Two video is going to be back-to-back NFL football videos. This one's going to be the highly most anticipated watched football game ever. It is going to be the New Orleans Saints versus the Los Angeles Rams and a rematch of last season's playoff game. Remember, whoever won the third game would have advanced to the Super Bowl. Now, this time, the Saints have something to prove. Now, they won their football game last week. They made a statement, but they could really make a big statement by taking on the Rams. That's going to be the highly most watched football game. That's going to be the most anticipated football game. All the other football games on the schedule will be watched, but no football game will be watched like this one. I mean, in fact, if it's not the #1 most watched game, it might be the second most watched game. You know, everyone's going to watch the Patriots and the Dolphins, but this game right here, everyone's going to be putting their money on. I guarantee you, your mama and your daddy and everybody down the street is going to be betting them on money for the Rams to win because they're at home. The thing is, I've seen football teams win, and the Rams are probably going to win this game only because they went to the Super Bowl, but however, they lost the Super Bowl, which, in my opinion, in actual fact, they had no business going to the Super Bowl in the first place. Now, you might think I'm a Rams player hater. I'm not a Rams player hater. I just like to tell the truth. The truth is the wrong football team went to the Super Bowl, and you're going to see it right here in this football game. This football game is going to be called a statement game. That means if the Rams win, it only proves that you just won at home because you're at home. That doesn't do you no good. You know, you win at home because you're at home. You're at home. You're supposed to win at home 99.99%. As for the Saints, if the Saints win the football game, it will prove that they should have went to the Super Bowl. And I know some people might say in the comment section, well, if the Saints did gone to the Super Bowl, they wouldn't beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And I think they probably would have, because you have Drew Brees, who's gone to the Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to get there. And he's not going to be in the NFL much longer. I mean, after this season, he might retire, and that might be it. He's the reason why the Saints have this motivation and this drive to continue playing. And if he can win that football game like he did last week, this is a chance to prove once again to the naysayers, the skeptics, the non-believers, that even at his age, he still can play at a high competitive level. If Tom Brady could be 42 years old and won 6 championships, and Drew Brees almost went back to the Super Bowl, he still has some gas left in the tank. He still has some offensive weapons and some firepower. So this team is a defensive football team. Rams is known as an offense football team. So you can say this is probably going to be another one of those big matchups that's going to turn into a playoff game. Like, it's a season game, but it's going to turn into a playoff matchup. And I'm pretty sure that if the Rams win this, then the thing you would have to ask yourself, that somewhere later in the NFL schedule, the Rams would have to come to New Orleans, and it would be, this is how I think it would go. Rams would probably win by 1 or 2 touchdowns because they're in Rams at home field advantage. If they play each other a second time, which they will, you will see the Saints win the second matchup, and then you got to play probably a third time in the season. And then if they make playoffs, which you know both teams will, with implications to go back to the Super Bowl, what are you going to see? You're going to see them face each other in the playoffs. And once and for all, that billion-dollar question has to be answered once and for all. Who deserves to go to the Super Bowl? Now, the quarterbacks on the Ram team, he is getting up there in age. He's in his early 30s. He's in his prime. Drew Brees played with a guy that's in his prime. And Sunday's going to prove, if the Rams won that game, this is a chance for the Rams to really prove that he still got it. The Saints saw the Rams win last week, and the Rams saw the Saints win last week. So this is a chance for the Saints to prove that they can beat the Rams. I believe the Saints can beat the Rams. My uncle respectably disagree. He believes the Rams is going to win, and that's because you're at home. To me, most of all the games that the Rams win are at home. To me, if you can win at home and then on the road, then you're a legit football team. They went to the Super Bowl, and they fell apart in the Super Bowl. And to me, you can't win all your home games and then win games on the road. And then when you go to the Super Bowl, you get smacked around by the Patriots and think you can take on an old Tom Brady, since that's what everyone calls Tom Brady. And then you lose to an old Tom Brady and the Patriots. So that's why I don't take the Rams as a football team. I don't take them serious. To me, had that been Drew Brees and the Saints, they might have lost to the Patriots, but they would have not lost like that. When you lose, there's losing big, and then there's just, you lost, but it's unnoticeable. And had that been Drew Brees and the Saints, they probably would have lost in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, or they could have beaten the Patriots. And that's why I said that this game is going to show who should have gone to the Super Bowl. This is one of those games that we call a statement game, and most importantly, who should have gone to the Super Bowl. So it's going to show implications. Like, this is going to show the makings of a rivalry. When you talk about rivalry in sports, this is probably it. So, don't want to make this video longer. Until then, peace.